So we'll move on to the first part of this course, which is how do you design an effective mentoring program? Now, before you design your mentoring program, it is important to define um, why are you starting or running a mentoring program, and what do you want to achieve with it, and who are you targeting? These are critical questions that must be answered in the beginning because they enable you to move on to the next step, which is actually to design the objectives of your mentoring program. And the objectives, as I mentioned earlier, they have to be SMART objective, meaning they are time bound, they are measurable, attainable, and you can actually be able to implement them. So there are important key decision points when designing a mentoring program. And the first one of this is, what kind of enrollment are you going to have? Now, enrollment is basically how you recruit your mentors and mentees. You also want to decide what type of mentoring style are you going to implement. Is it going to be one-on-one? Is it going to be are mentors going to engage, your mentees in a talk? Is it going to be scheduled sessions with your mentees and etc.? So these are very important decision points. And then you need to define what type of connections are you going to make between your mentors and mentees, and for how long are these connections going to be. So the duration might be or just a 1 hour. Um, Now, once you have answered these questions, the next step is to actually to design the workflow of your mentoring program. Now, the workflow should actually be able to outline your key actions, the time frames, how long do they take, what support resources are available, and what is the criteria for you to move on to the next stage. And this is a workflow diagram that you can adopt for your mentoring program. You may also use tools like the Lean Canvas to scope out your mentoring program. And that brings us to the end of the first module in this mentoring course. And I will skip the quiz section. You can look at this later just to help you understand and answer some questions. You're going to look at this during the